big problem.
You got blood on my suit.
So if you were wondering what that was a recreation of a clip that just shows how strong Agent can be when nobody expects it's coming. This is the class that definitely has to be behind the enemy to be really effective and slowly shred their team one by one. And if you're ignorant and forget that the Agent exists, you are not gonna do so well. You can see in this clip that they almost immediately forget that I was there and go back to fighting, and then immediately get punished for it. So you want to play Agent, the most easy to play broken class? Don't worry, you'll get 100 chain stabs. No, you're not. You're just gonna die a lot. Trust me. You will also get some backstabs at least. I mean, it's not that hard. People are oblivious. They don't turn around. You can just literally decloak behind them and some of them won't even notice. You know, it's weird that's like that. Look at the medic. He just follows me to his demise. Yeah, most of these people go frozen solid for a second and I'm like, well, free backstab. Don't mind if I do. Before we move on to the interesting stuff, we're going to quickly talk about two convenient items, the wristwatch and your revolver. The wristwatch allows you to turn invisible, so you're basically really hard to find unless people are randomly spewing fire everywhere, or unless they bump you, then you're dead. And then there's the revolver. It's bad, but it's also good at killing people if you're good at aiming. Especially the Ambassador. Whoever uses the Ambassador and can't aim isn't really that terrifying. However, stock is pretty reliable, so I recommend it. Before we finally move on to the knife, we need to talk about sappers. You know, yeah, the bane of existence of NGs and NGs only. You might think that it's pretty annoying that it takes up an entire slot out of the potential 4, but it's actually really useful as they can take down buildings or disable them even so that you can kill the NG before they can remove your sapper and then fix it. So until then, you are the ultimate terrorizer of NGs. And then, finally, the knife. You know, those super reliable things? Yeah, you go behind people when they're distracted and then you stab them from behind to get a one-shot kill. That's basically the knife. I mean, that's a backstab. Much else to say anything other than that? And if you're wondering what's the easiest way to get backstabs without trying a bit too hard, this isn't exactly the easiest, as some people do get paranoid and look behind themselves after a while, but the simple answer is brute. Brute is literal Agent food. They eat brutes for dinner. That's how much of an easy kill it is, especially when they're distracted because of how slow they are. Despite heavies being really easy to kill and backstab, it doesn't change the fact that you don't have to be a genius to get these amazing backstabs. All you have to do is go behind some clueless dude or something and then backstab them. And if they think that they're gonna outsmart you by moving around, you just move, so they don't know where the hell you are when you respawn. You know? You use your brain just a little bit to just get backstabs. If you are able to master this ability called as backstabbing, you are able to do things called chain stabs. These are instances of getting more than one person right after getting a backstab without blipping into invisibility or disguising and running away before you get back. These instances are pretty rewarding when you're able to pull them off, as it's because all the enemies are distracted so that you can kill them. Also, a quick message to all of you who say that, oh, this agent backstabbed me, I was facing towards him. This might be a good example of what's happening. You can see here that it looks nothing like I got backstabbed, correct? Although maybe on their screen, we're actually facing clearly away from them. It's either that or the person's a good trick stabber, but I'm pretty sure it's the fact that one of you two is lagging, or the models just don't update properly. That's why, you know, face stabs happen maybe. Although you might think that agent is basically defenseless when they're found out, but in reality, they have a new trick up their sleeve that only the best, learning from tips and just practice in general, they can achieve this power. Trick stabs are basically backstabs, but the enemy knows that you're there, and you're able to trick them into going a certain way so they can reveal their back and kill them for it. It's really amazing and rewarding if you're able to pull it off. You kind of feel stupid when you get trick stabbed because you just kind of blatantly fell for their trap. Or they were gods, who knows? But either way, can we just talk about a moment where some people just pop off in the chat when they get a trick stab? Like, come on. And you know, there may be very clueless people once in a while, you know, playing agent, they have no idea what's happening in the world whatsoever, probably not even knowing how to play the game. I'm sorry to this person, maybe your screen was screwed up from everyone else's screen. You looked a little bit high there, yeah. So there are three kinds of agent players. First one common, second one also common, third one not as common. So the first one would be the new player who doesn't know how to disguise or doesn't know how to use their disguise properly. Some of them just don't disguise and try to butter knife you all the time, and some of them will disguise, but they're pretty obvious. They just walk straight in a straight line towards you while disguised from the enemy side. Yeah, those are the people who you really do not want to question too much because they don't know much. Those are the kinds of people who might just kind of rage quit the game because, you know, they don't understand anything, and because of the lack of knowledge, they blame it on the game and just leave. You know, it's sad when that happens. And then there's the second stage people, you know, there's two types of this second common stage. One of them is the one who finally learned how to play properly, it's just that the lack of knowledge is still there. So they know how to disguise, they know how to use cloak properly, they've done some backstabs before, however they still do sometimes make mistakes, like disguising too much as the same person and making it obvious, not good at pretending to be enemies. And then there's the second stage of the second stage. Hey, the people who actually do know how to play well, but aren't exactly the best trick stabbers. They're just good at punishing people who are way too distracted from other enemies. So they're, you know, that generic spy agent that's just really good and, you know, kills a lot of people and then gets top scoring. But then there's the third stage that you barely ever see. I don't know even if I've ever met anyone like this before. This is the guy who literally trick stabs the entire server, kills everyone, like complete curb stomp. His team doesn't get to do anything, the other team doesn't get to do anything, it's just him enjoying his moments of his competitive trick stabs. Yeah, that's basically what it is. Yeah, so you barely see any of these guys, and these are the kinds of players that, you know, play agent. So if you've made it this far, you learned what you want to know about agent, but we've only scratched the surface of what agent can truly be. There's not much else to say in the afterword again other than to keep on improving, but we all know that from watching amazing agent mains, yes, agent mains, specifically for TC2, such as Agent Balloon or Music Beats, you know, we all get motivated to keep on trying out this character and learning those trick stabs. There are plenty of trick stab tutorials that can be transferred from TF2 to TC2, it's just so amazing. Everyone wants to help each other over this platform. So go out there, keep on practicing, you will die a lot, but you will also be rewarded for the practice. And this is what it's like to learn how to play agent. Yeah, thank you for watching. This was again another video that I worked for like a couple or so days on. I worked hard on the couple of days though, despite the distractions. So yeah, if you didn't know, I set up a Discord server. By the way, shout out to Meep for winning this week's weekly challenge. This challenge will get you a shout out if you win, so Discord link in the description. There will be rules for the weekly challenges. Yeah, so this Discord is just a hangout for me, my friends, and all you viewers, so that you can all interact with me and learn how I do things, or how I just act in general, I don't know. So yeah, thank you for watching this far. If you did, be sure to subscribe and like the video, and that was backwards. Also, thanks to the people who've been giving me tips on how to make my videos better in general, and yeah, I've been liking Moon Animator actually. It's been going pretty well for me, so it's gonna help me when I'm going to work on a game that I'm developing with my friends that I don't even know if it will ever be released. So yeah, there's that. Anyways, thanks for watching this far. If you liked the video, I already said this. Oh yeah, right. This was Naur Studios, and we'll see you again next time.